We are preparing to tip it off for exhibition game number 1 on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to putting the crowd in and seeing how we perform with people watching. So it's an exciting time for us. A little bit nervous still. We'll have 8 players, 8 scholarship players that will be playing tomorrow. So I'm going to have a talk with the officials before the game to make sure that we don't have to ask for 6 fouls. But I'm anxious to see our new guys that we've talked about and how they blend in, added roles for Rayhan and Tapley in particular, and on and on. But every Division I program in America is doing the same thing, using these exhibition games to maybe experiment a little bit, try different combinations, play someone that you don't know, that doesn't know everything you do. So it'll be a good look for us tomorrow.
It's just been practice so far, but who have you seen kind of emerge as a leader with so many guys graduating last year?
I really do like the disposition of our team. They come to practice every day, and you don't have to worry, well, who we're gonna have to motivate to really go and play hard. So it's been a fun group to work with. They're very receptive. I think because there's so much opportunity, everybody thinks that they're going to have a great chance to get on that floor and play a lot, which sparks an excitement and a competitiveness that we've seen. Right now, I would say Xavier Thames is a young guy that our fans haven't seen, who's been impressive. He will start tomorrow as our point guard, and he's got size, he's got strength, he's got toughness, he's got experience. So I'm anxious to see how he'll react and respond.
Steve, do you have expectations for tomorrow night, the game after that, 3 games down the road? Do you have expectations, or is it just kind of a, let's see what we get once we get to mid-November, end of November?
Well, the goal and expectations for all of us is to win. And in order to do that, you've got to grow with your team. You got to be good fundamentally. You got to know who you are as an individual. What am I good at? What am I not so good at? How can I accent the positive and camouflage what I'm not real good at? So we've been working and talking and doing all of that. But it sometimes manifests itself a little different in a game. But we're using exhibition games 1 and 2 to prepare us for the start of the season, November 11th. And then anything goes. We'll do whatever we have to do on November 11th to win. And these games are to see, well, what do we think we can do? Maybe that we haven't done. Maybe that we have to do all the time in order to be successful.
What's the advantage and disadvantage to this team having come off such a stellar season?
I think it's nothing but positive. If you don't have pressures of expectations that are at least self-imposed, then you're probably not in a very good program, and you're probably not a very good player. We've got all of the above. This is not 2010 and 11. This is an 11-12 season. So we have to come out and not feel like we have to live up to what happened last year, but we have to see what can we do to be as good as we possibly can. And right now, I don't think any of us know for sure what as good as we possibly can really means. So we'll find that out. I do know that there's an excitement going into the season that's a residual of last year, and it's natural. We've got fans that came maybe first time last year that have bought season tickets. So there will be an element of excitement when we start this season that kind of supersedes what we've had in the past.
Coach, you mentioned Thames was your starting point. Have you figured out the rest of the starting lineup for tomorrow night?
I have. I'm going to save it till tomorrow. I'm going to save it till tomorrow. I haven't told our players yet, which is why I will tell them tonight. They probably have an inkling, but I'm going to tell them tonight who we're going to start in the first game. So I'd rather me tell them than you tell them.
Coach, today marks the beginning of a month-long worldwide campaign called Movember, where men can grow mustaches in awareness of prostate cancer. I guess just kind of explain your backing of that, whether, clearly you may not have even heard of it or may not be participating in it, but just to have awareness for prostate cancer.
Well, having been a cancer survivor, having had prostate cancer surgery, I have told everyone anything I can do to help the cause, to make people aware that it's important you get tested. It's important that you know your PSA. It's important you know what that means. And it starts with a visit to your doctor, who then will tell you what to do. So that's what we all need to do. All men need to do that. They say 50, you probably should do it even before that. And I was fortunate. Mine was discovered early, and it was contained. And I think too many people say, well, it happened to somebody else. So I've been an advocate. And I've talked to people who went through or going through what I did 3 years ago about how I dealt with it and that sort of thing. But I've become a bit of a spokesperson for prostate cancer.
Will you be growing a mustache?
If you do, John, I will. So tell me when we're starting. That's fair, right?